Let me try to help you out here. I understand why you responded the way you did. Programming is a bitch, Greg. Programming is a motherfucker. Let me respond to you saying what a lot of people would have responded with in this way. You've had conversations with me that a lot of people have never had or never even heard of. Okay? So different viewpoints, different perspectives. I've told you different things that a lot of people have never fucking heard of. And if you were to try to start engaging people in that type of conversation, they'd put on their blinders and feel uncomfortable or think it was stupid or crazy or irrational. Okay, so first off, in the grand scheme of things, at the 30,000 foot view, a lot of people have never brushed up against the kind of information you have just in the conversations I've had with you. And that's not mentioning all the other stuff maybe you yourself personally have gone out and researched and looked at, right? And the reason I know that is because I'm around people all the time. I'm just always around people. It's my colleagues, people I work with, everyday go-lucky people, who work hard for a living. And I just know. I know people. I have a social aptitude where I'm around people and I talk to people from all different walks of life, all different creeds and races and ages, and I know people. Okay, let me kind of go at this from a different angle here. What you need to understand, what everyone needs to understand, what I came to understand, and I'm not saying you don't understand this, but you need to get this really drilled in. I know you've thought this. I know you see it. I know you understand this. That's not why I'm decorating it that way or setting it. It's not why I'm prompting this question to you this way or statement. Every fucking thing has already been rigged for the longest time. You are a slave. Everything is fake. Everything benefits the master. You are on a plantation. The stock market is fake. It's pay to play. All those organizations out there who are, through federal oversight, looking out for America's best interest are rigged. It's all fucking bullshit. The reason they show you the mask line, the reason Doge is uncovering corruption, the reason for all this is they have to get people to start looking at how rigged the system is. Elon represents the fake politicians that have been in Congress for fucking decades. They want people to see this and scratch their fucking head. They're not trying to scare you. If they didn't want you to see that stupid mask line, you never, ever, ever would fucking see it. And these idiot fucking thick numbskulled motherfuckers who think, oh, I've seen Trump on TV, I've seen Elon. They can't fake that. They're fucking stupid and very foolish and naive. They have to wake people up. There's only two possibilities when it comes to Elon Musk. He is either a Trojan horse. I've said this to you before. He's either a Trojan horse who, from the fucking get-go, was a patriot. He was a white hat. His whole job was to infiltrate the deep state. Play along with their bullshit, infiltrate them, and then one day turn on them. That's a possibility. It really is. I don't know. The other possibility is Elon has been replaced, along with many other people that we think are genuine, living, breathing people. The reason why Q says you're watching a movie is because you're fucking watching a movie. They have to break the programming. Do you really think? Do you know how many people, how many congressmen and women I've seen that have that mask line? Do you really think, oops, maybe we should have made the mask a little longer where it tucks underneath the shirt or the vest? Maybe we could have taken another take. They want people to begin to identify with how deeply controlled this system is and always has been. Okay? What patriots understand, Donald Trump devolved the government in 2020. We are under military occupation. It is called continuity of government. It's a fact. It happened. Many people believe Donald Trump has been in Cheyenne Mountain since 2020. 2020. Oh, that's not true. I've seen Donald Trump at the golf course, and I've seen him on TV. People don't understand how sophisticated things are. The world is a fucking absolute complete stage. The enemy hijacked the levers of control, and they gradually worked their way in to a plan to eradicate mankind and usher in their new world fucking satanic Luciferian system. God had other plans. Patriots got control of those levers. They have for a very long time. All these Doge audits, the millions and millions of transactions they're going through in like days and hours is impossible. All this stuff has already been audited. That's why you see this hyper speed. It's a movie, dude. They are unpacking this for the masses. The levers of control were taken back by the patriots. They want people to start to realize, wait a second, everything is rigged. How do we know it's real? That's the point. They want you to they want you to have a level of security to understand that they're in control, but they also, there's different ways to read between the lines. There's the one person that just responds like you, that's kind of like, oh no, I'm not trying to put words in your mouth. You may have meant that many different ways. But some people would look at that mask and go, oh my God, Donald Trump could be a part of it. Who's who? Well, that's at least one level of understanding. That is a healthy level of understanding. Because the entire time that people thought things were run-of-the-mill and just business as usual, we were fucking hijacked. And there were no little comms. There were no signs of it. Yeah, you may have heard someone whispering about centralized banking and the Rothschilds and Maritime Admiralty Long and the Organic Act of 1871. But by and large, it was business as fucking usual. Now we have the Red Shoe Club. Now we have fucking the Organic Act of 1871 that's constantly being talked about. Now we're constantly talking about all these members of Congress that aren't even fucking... They never even took their oaths. They have dual citizenships in fucking Israel. On and on and on. I could fucking sit down and write a list about this shit. People are now questioning, why is it that Nancy Pelosi came into Congress? She makes fucking $150,000 a year and she's worth fucking $32 million. Why is it this? Why is it that? This is part of the waking up process. So my whole point. They want people to begin to look at every aspect of what we, the American people, have always considered these authoritative positions, like these prestigious positions, this loyal work that goes into being a senator, or goes into being the president, that goes into working at the DOJ. They want people to realize how fake and rigged that system has been for a very long time. So another way people look at it, which is a better way to look at it, but it's not the fullest way to look at it, is, oh, Elon's been replaced. We're watching a movie. The military occupation is controlling everything, and that's why we see the mask line on Elon. The fullest way to look at that when you're completely awake, well, to why it is they're doing what they're doing is what I said. They want us, not only is everything under control, full patriot control, but they want us to recognize, they want the sleepers to recognize, and those who are awake, how easy it is to pull the world over the American citizens' eyes. They want people to realize they've been duped. That the American people have been so heavily duped with everything that if they came out and just said it, if Trump came in his first fucking term and he came out with a fucking big laundry list of this is where they're fucking lying to, this is where you're fucked, no one would have believed him. The news would have just pushed back and called him a fucking Hitler and saying that he's conducting a coup d'etat and he's trying to overthrow the cornerstone of civilization here in the West and what we hold to be true and dear to our heart. They had to spend time showing people that everything was fucking infiltrated. Everything was hijacked. And now they're doing it in front of your face. They're showing you that even on live TV, you can't trust live TV. A lot of live TV that says live is not live, Greg. It was pre-recorded. That's how the real world works. And I'm not talking down to you. I say this with fervor and emotion because that is reading between the lines of what's really going on. They have to psychologically deprogram the masses. If it's okay to look at the other end of the spectrum and go, well, what if all of this is just a big conspiracy to fuck all of us? I'm okay with people looking at all aspects of the spectrum. It's not my point to come in here and say anyone that talks bad about it, you have no right to do that. That's fine. But you really need to look at all aspects. The enemy does not reveal. Let me tell you something. More people have come to God and repented and began a relationship with Jesus Christ, with God the Father through Jesus Christ, since 2020, 2016, than they have in decades past. When things are humdrum and things are comfortable, people just go to work and they build their lives and they have money and they do things. It's easier to get complacent. The enemy would have never given us, the American people or the world at large, the opportunity to come back before God. As in 2 Chronicles 7:14, if my people who are called by my name repent of their sins, I am faithful and loving enough to forgive them of their sins and trespasses and heal their land. We saw it in the Old Testament when the Israelites were going through the wilderness to get to the promised land. Balaam, the divinator for Lucifer, told the pagans, you're scared of these men because God is with them. God will not let me intervene and curse them. I can only bless them. But if you intermingle your prostitutes with their men, they will forsake their statutes. They will trespass against their God, and God will turn his back on them. And then moments later, it worked. And God had to destroy 40,000 of the Israelites. The enemy, I understand just from a theological and spiritual sense, the enemy would never wake you up prior to destruction. So I already fucking know. It's okay to be cynical. It's okay to look at all aspects. I have too. This is real. They want people to get comfortable with the idea that every fucking thing they've ever fucking known is a fucking lie. We are serfs in a system that has conveniences. They had a plan to destroy us. So, anyways, I get emotional about it. I'm not yelling at you. I'm just a fucking cantankerous son of a bitch, and that's what I do. I just wanted to give you my 2 cents on, Greg, if they didn't want you to see that shit, they wouldn't let you see it. The enemy doesn't want you to wake up, because if you have an opportunity to repent and go back before God, the groom will most certainly protect the bride. The enemy knows this. The enemy is ancient and everlasting and eternal and immortal until that day comes. Okay? Lucifer knows how God works. He knows that if he gives his children an opportunity to repent, God may come back and protect them. That's how I know this is not a game plan from the enemy. Okay? Anyways, I hope that kind of made sense to you. I'm going to run in here and get my package. I love you, brother. Understand that when I yell and do all those things, I'm just a cantankerous bastard. I'm not yelling at you. And I don't think you're stupid or anything like that. If it sounds like I'm talking down to you, I'm not. It's just my style. Love you, bro. I'll talk to you later.